So Greg?
Yes. I think it's Peter's actually. Yes, it's FU on it.
FU.
That's Peter's.
Tell me about your truck. I like the stance of it. Suspension?
Well,
what are we running?
Alright, suspension is, I think it's technically a 4 and 5 Beltec drop, but because I went with the low pros on the 20s,
yeah,
instead of the full height, I've got at least an inch all the way around, lower again, so call it a 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Did slotted and drilled rotors, added the stabilizer that runs from the frame across down to the track bars in the rear end.
Yeah.
Tries to help keep her centered. It's got, well, it's got a comp cam in it.
It's got a comp cam on it.
Oh yeah.
How many horsepower did that bump you up?
Well, it's 414 at the wheels.
414 to the wheels.
Yeah, to the wheels.
So it's over 5 on the crank.
Yeah, it'd be over 5 on the crank. Woo! For sure. Yeah, yeah. It's got the comp in it. BBK bigger throttle body.
Yeah.
And then I got BBK headers in it.
Hold on. So your engine's all dressed up.
Oh yeah.
Please show.
All right, I can show.
Let's do it. So with these 20s, you probably feel everything, eh?
It's not bad. It's not terrible anyway. You do feel more than I used to, but it does ride pretty nice, especially for being lower. Like, it's not bad at all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dude, thing's packing. Damn.
So we got a bigger throttle body, aftermarket intake.
I like that. I like that.
Oh yeah.
That's freaking sweet. You should probably even just like cut the hood, like the hood.
Well, you could. The whole idea of this though is the Hemis are notorious for having issues with sucking in hot air in the engine bay. Yeah. They don't like sucking in hot air. So the whole idea of this seals to the hood. Yeah. You still use the factory airbox bottom sucking air from the fender.
Yeah, yeah.
More power. You can't see it down in there, but there are BBK headers on it. It's, you know, the heavier valve springs, the headwork's all done, all that, and then AGP and Newmarket dyno tuned it.
Yeah. AGP and Newmarket.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, they did a nice job with it too.
A lot of people do this stuff and they don't tune it.
No.
I don't get it.
You gotta. Well, see, the problem is I went so far with this thing, like, once it was back to, like, this is a several month process. Once it was back together, you'd fire it up, I mean, because it was high idle on cold start, as soon as it come off high idle, it would die. It would quit. It wouldn't run anymore.
That was before the tune.
Yeah, that was before the tune. Like, you couldn't even drive this thing how we modded it, so.
Yeah. I think it's coming from the Hemi too.
Well, there is a bit of that, yeah. Those headers throw heat in there.
How many kilometers on this baby? You got the internals done?
So only ever touched the top end, never did the bottom end.
Yeah.
But 5.7s are good enough, especially if you're not running boost. I was like, carry on.
Yeah.
Just do the top end. The problem is notorious 2011 MDS through the cam, right?
Yes.
So it wasn't my choice having a big budget when this happened. It was shit.
the cams where it's at though.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
It totally changes the whole dynamic of the engine. It's not like throwing a supercharger and you get to keep most of the.
Yeah, exactly. No, it does. It changes the dynamics of how it drives. Everything.
Yeah,
everything is different now. And I'm not complaining about it, but there's a bit of a downside in the fact that because it went as far as it did, you got to run 94 with octane booster in it.
Yeah.
If you can't get 94, call a tow truck, tow her home, don't wreck it.
Yeah.
Because when it was tuned, they removed a lot of systems off it, right? Yeah. So like, there's no oxygen sensor circuit, there's no MAPS sensor, there's no NOx sensor, the mass airflow sensor.
Yeah.
Like, they're all technically still in there, but they're in the computer program on it. Like, it doesn't do anything. So. There's nothing to tell it the back timing off.
So you're keeping this baby.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Way more money than it's worth just in mods.
Hold on. There's no resale value. After
no, there is not.
Especially after this video, no one was.
Exactly. Yeah.
I feel the same way about mine.
Well, that's the thing, right? You got more money than the thing's worth to sell in mods.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. That's fun.
So I threw the cam out of it in March, and it was down. I think it was August. I got that.
The cams for the Hemis, especially the MDS, they all get tired.
Oh yeah, no, they do.
So you might as well just freaking.
Well, and I was driving it, and it like a serious noticeable misfire.
Yeah.
Right, and it flashes the service engine light, and you plug the scanner in it, and you're like, cylinder 4 misfire. Well, right there, I didn't even take it apart. I was like, let's start ordering parts. You know what it is? It's a ground off cam lobe.
What are you doing next year with it?
It needs some touching up. It's got a little bit, because it has driven most winters up until like this winter it won't. Last winter was the first one it didn't see, so I'm going to touch up some body work. I would like to fart around and get a bit more power out of it, but it's got a problem right now of it doesn't stop.
Yeah.
The brakes suck on it. It's terrible.
That's true.
Well, and putting the biggest cam that you could get for it in it, it took out most of the vacuum away from the brake booster.
Yeah.
So you're not really power brakes. So it needs brake help. I'm gonna adjust the camber on it.
Do they have a Brembo set for Ram?
They do. There's a Willwood set and there's a Bear set as well.
Yeah.
So you can upgrade the brakes. But another thing too is it's got too much camber on it right now. Like the way I had the camber set.
Oh, so your tires are being eaten?
They are being eaten. It drives.
My fronts are.
Oh
Every
yeah,
season I got to put a new one on.
Well, that's my thing. Is my fronts are bad. Like you should look at them. They're just friggin' horrendous.
Oh, right there. Yo, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad news bears, man.
Yeah, that's terrible.
That's not safe.
No. What wear bars? Like, yeah, she's gone. So the whole idea is like, I like how it's set up with the camera. I did that on purpose, but now it's to the point where it's chewing tires so bad that
that's all right.
I'm gonna have to take some out of it.
Just get used tires all the time.
Well, that's what I do. I got another set to throw on it. I should really be putting them on it, but I wanted to get the rest of this season out of them.
Yeah. So are you driving it for the winter? Or no? Not
No. She goes away every winter now. Well, it just with even the motor mods alone.
Yeah.
It's not a fun thing that you would want to drive around in the winter. But I've also got way more money, like I said, more money in mods than the truck's even worth to sell. So I don't really want to rot it out in the winter either.
Yeah, I gotta get this baby sprayed. I'll be driving this one. What's up, man? Good?
Yeah, and I got my 04 Ram with a Hemi in it, right? So that's my daily and my winter beater.
Yeah, you have like 4 Rams.
2. Right now. 2 right now. But you can't have too many Hemis. That's the thing, right? Like,
can't have.
You can't.
You need spare parts somewhere, right?
Well, that's it. You always gotta have a beater Hemi and one that you can tune the shit out of.
Awesome. Overdrive, is that your shop?
That is the shop I deal with for all aftermarket parts and stuff I buy now.
Yeah.
I always deal with them out of Aurelia. They're great people to deal with.
Just to order it in and whatnot. Yeah.
Whatever you want, and their pricing, like, you know what, you're like, oh, that's it's a little high for me right now, and then they'll work with you. Like they're great people to deal with.
Yeah, one thing for me is like when you order a part and it comes in wrong, at least they take care of it for you.
Yeah, exactly. And they're a good shop to deal with. I've never had nothing come in wrong.
Yeah.
I've had everything come in. They tell you when it could be in, when it's probably going to be in, yada yada. They're always on time. They're always great to deal with.
Yeah. There's a lot of badging. It says RT all over the place.
Yeah, because my thing for the longest time was I wanted a Ram RT. Well, you can't get one on a long box, and I've never owned a short box. They're like, I don't know, they're useless.
Yeah.
So now the way I've built it, it's 10 times higher than an RT is. So I'm like, well, it's not really up badging anymore. It's almost down badging.
Yeah, you might as well just put SXT badges on, eh?
Well, I could. It is an SLT technically. I could leave all the SLT badging on it and do the whole sleeper thing with it, but.
How wide are your tires in the back?
All the way around they're the same size, 275s.
275.
Yeah.
It's like minimum 275. You get under that, you ain't going nowhere.
Right, the hook's really good, and it'll launch with 275s on it when the tires are good. In the state that they're in right now, it's squirrelier than hell. So I think in the future, like I've got another set of 275s that are going to go on for next summer.
You might as well put 315s.
That's what I'm thinking is in the future, I'll put 315s at least on the rear.
Yeah. Nice. How'd you keep your bumpers so clean?
Well, it's chrome. You just chrome polish it.
Oh, is that
Carry on. Oh yeah, no, that's the key. Chrome bumpers, man. You don't maintain nothing. You get bugs on it, wipe them off. It's beautiful.
How much does this thing weigh? 5,000?
Actually, over the scales with me in it and fuel in it and everything, over the scales, it's 49.28.
Okay.
It's just under 5,000, like actual wet number with me in it. So it's not terribly heavy. I mean, for a truck anyway, it's not bad at all.
Yeah. That's crazy. Have you seen that leg maker? I've always wanted to look at that. Like, because you got to cut the freaking frame.
Oh, okay.
I ordered a bunch. Actually, I ripped this whole fucking thing off last Wednesday. The whole fucking thing.
This is a crazy setup.
Oh yeah.
I'm in at the corner of 10.